Payday 2 is a game that is almost as old as Skyrim and has released more versions. In Payday 2, you rob banks. Well, kind of. Sometimes you rob banks. Other times you raid a meth lab only to cook your own meth to sell. Sometimes you invade secretive Russian research facilities. Sometimes you interfere with elections. It's quite the ordeal. But the through line is that you are a member of a heist crew, and holy shit do you pull off heists. Now in VR. What Payday 2 in VR has going for it is that the base game is originally from the PS3, Xbox 360 era, meaning my computer can run VR on ultra settings no problem, most of the time. The game doesn't look great by virtue of how far graphics have improved, but it looks as good as you can make it without mods. Generally, a mission in Payday 2 goes like this. You have an objective. You collectively agree with your teammates that stealth was never an option, which is good considering I'm kitted out in full fucking body armor. You start shooting. People get scared, cops show up, you mercilessly mow them down. Then you walk away with a fuck ton of goodies. If you haven't heard the music to Payday, buckle your ass up because there's no better OST to have blasting through your ears as you lay waste to the entire District of Columbia's police force, all in the name of walking out of a bank with $40,000. I am hands down the biggest drain on taxpayer funds and the reason police unions fight so hard to maintain their military spending budgets. After all, I'm the black man, I mean boogeyman they dream about beating to death at night. To give you an accurate picture of what the average Payday 2 VR experience is like, let me walk you through a typical Tuesday. I spawn across the street from the bank. Thankfully, no NPCs could see me because the Karens would confuse the black body armor for my skin tone and immediately call the cops to report a robbery. Unfortunately, this time they would have been correct. I pick the lock into the bank's parking lot instead of walking around and entering through the open street access, and I grab the thermal drill. This piece of shit will come in handy. I casually approach a man going about his business and politely inform him I have a gun. I tie his hands together just to make sure he doesn't hurt himself, and leave him at the car since the bank doesn't accept emotional support hostages. I pull out my stealthiest weapon, a machete, and make some quick repairs to the bank security camera. I check the door, execute a man for looking at me funny, and make some new friends.
Down, runter.
I set up the thermal drill, which will cut through the vault door in 5 minutes. Lots of money has been left lying around, so I do some quick cleaning up for the bank. The cops show up to thank me with 9mm ammo. I thank them back with 5.56.
No taking these assholes alive.
Well, I guess we do this the fun way. The beat changes as cops come in, and I get ready to party by bringing the music volume to max. The party begins and I begin my public service of retiring all the bad apples. If my head movements seem chaotic and spazzed out, that's only from your perspective. My adrenaline was so high, everything was in slow motion for me. Eventually, the procedural layout fucks me as the vault door opens to reveal another gate. This takes just as long as the first gate because the drill malfunctions about 400 times. Finally, the gate opens and I start furiously redistributing wealth from the government to myself. Snipers try to dissuade me, but my 800 pounds of body armor says otherwise. After retrieving all the bags, I make it home without anyone the wiser. Clean getaway as always.
Job is done.
That's the typical mission in Payday 2. This one was particularly easy even. They get more intense, but the more intense you set your experience, the better your payout at the end. Payday 2 has always been chaotic heist fun, but VR cranks that up even higher. There's nothing radically different about Payday when the screen is 2 inches away beaming directly into my retinas, but it feels fun because everything is just as chaotic as the rest of the game. Normally, I'm playing someone calm and collected with skilled use of their weapons, pulling off headshot after headshot, and walking away with millions per job. This time, with the camera attached to my actual face, and my aim as jittery as my non-dominant hand, the whole experience was less about finesse, and more about pumping out an obscene number of bullets and turning a Guy Ritchie heist film into a Michael Bay one. Far less polished, but goddamn are there some explosive moments. Payday 2 is a cheap game and has quite a bit of content even without paying for its bullshit amount of DLC. VR is a free DLC for the game, as is the soundtrack, so you're not just buying Payday 2. But really, you're getting 2 versions of a game for free with your purchase of one of the best soundtracks of all time, and that's a pretty good deal. Payday 2 is not for everyone, especially back the blue conservatives, but I recommend you give Payday 2 a shot.